today, January 4th, Genesis 9 through 11, Luke chapter 4. We're going to start in Genesis chapter 9, and I think what we're going to see here as we go through these first 6 months of 2023 is many times we're going to spend time in the Old Testament. Now, one of the reasons for that is throughout the year we're going to go through the Old Testament once and the New Testament twice. So we're going to have plenty of opportunities to pause and make comments from the New Testament, but not as many through the Old Testament, not as many opportunities. So I want to take advantage of those opportunities, recognizing that sometimes it's more difficult when we go through the Old Testament and we want to just get through it, but there's so much that God speaks to us from the Old Testament. And so Genesis chapter 9, Noah and the flood is over and they come out. It says in verse 8, God said to Noah and his sons, "Behold, I will establish my covenant with you and your offspring after you, with every living creature, the birds, livestock, every beast of the earth with you, as many as came out of the ark. It is for every beast of the earth. I establish my covenant with you, that never again shall all flesh be cut off by the waters of the flood. Never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth." And God said, "This is the sign of the covenant that I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for all future generations." Verse 13. "I have set my bow in the cloud, and it will be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. When I bring clouds over the earth, and the bow is seen in the clouds, I will remember my covenant that is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. The waters shall never again become a flood to destroy all flesh. When the bow is in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is in the earth." And God said to Noah, "This is the sign of the covenant that I have established between me and all the flesh that is on the earth." What a great reminder of what the rainbow is actually about. And it's been hijacked, we know, to mean all kinds of different things today. But the rainbow was created by God as a reminder to himself and as a promise to his people to do what? To never again destroy the earth by a flood. And so when the clouds come and the rainbow appears, you can be assured, you can know. And God is reminding himself, right? It's a promise and a covenant that he makes. And the rainbow is a beautiful thing. Luke chapter 4, I just want to end our time there, is talking about the temptation of Jesus. And it says in the beginning, Jesus, full of the Holy Spirit, returned from the Jordan and was led by the Spirit in the wilderness. And you might think those are contradictory terms, to be full of and led by into the wilderness, but it's because he was full of the Spirit, he could be led into the wilderness for a season of intensity and of intense temptation, because it says for 40 days being tempted by the devil. It doesn't say just a couple of times the devil came by him, but it was this process throughout those 40 days where the enemy was coming after him, but he was full of the Holy Spirit. And if we want to have any kind of hope of making it, if we want to thrive and have the abundant life that God calls us to, we need to, as we saw earlier in Genesis, be aware of the craftiness of the evil one, his schemes, his lies, his ways of trying to get us to doubt God and his word. So we need to know his word like Jesus does. We need to be prepared that things will sound good and still not be godly. Things will seem to be on the right track but be leading us astray. We need so to be walking in the Spirit and need Jesus to fill us each and every day. So take some time this morning, this afternoon, whenever it is that you have a moment, and ask God to fill you afresh with his Spirit. So when the wilderness times come, and they will come, when the temptations come, and they will come, you'll be ready. Be prayed up, be filled up. Till next time, keep growing little by little.